experienced I think the lowest point of my life already. So anything else that comes at me right now, you know, I feel I can take it. Guys, welcome back. Just got my iced Americano from Starbucks. Let's go for a drive. In order for me to be able to afford this car, I had to take on two almost full-time jobs. I'll work 40 hours on my first job, and then at night we go to another restaurant and then work from pretty much 5 to 10, sometimes 5 to 11 or 12 depending on if it's holidays. I don't have a day off. The money is good, the tips are good. My nighttime job, my second job, you know, the owner closed his restaurant. So I'm back to just working one job for now. But if he hadn't closed the shop, I would still be working two jobs. You know, working 7 days a week, no day off. 5 of the 7 days in that week is almost like it's like double shift. You know, only 2 days that it's just one place. Yeah, so I did that for like 3 years. The income, everything, the credit score, it looks good. So BMW approved me for the M3. Doing that for 3 years took a toll in my body. 7 days a week, no day off, you know, working holidays, working extended hours. I'm resting right now, just working on my day job, and then at night I'm driving for YouTube. Then down the road, if another opportunity comes, might do the same thing again. I actually don't mind working two jobs if it's a mean for me to get what I want. I think it's nice, even though it's hard on your body and mind. If I didn't have that second job, I would have never gotten the M3. Look at it as, you know, if you want an M3, you gotta know more, a lot more. You know, it's kind of like a reason for you to want to work more. You know, if I just work on my day job, earning like I'm guessing somewhere around 3 to 4K, you're not gonna be able to afford an M3. They're not even gonna look at you. What you want, you just gotta take the extra step, you know, do the extra work. You know, back then my day would start from 10, clock in, finish my first job at around 5, and then you know, head to the other place, work until 11. My second job, it was like it's like a theme park. It's a lot of tourists, a lot of people, you know, people was away from my home. Remember back then, you guys go back to my earlier videos, I kind of treat it as a joyride, you know. When you drive there, there's tons of traffic, but you know, at night, when you get off work, it's like no cars, so it's kind of like a joyride. So I kind of regret not recording more videos back then when I'm commuting like 66 miles both ways. You know, it would have been simpler. Restaurant industry, which I work at, it's kind of going down a little bit, you know. So many restaurants are closing. A lot of owners are trying to cut costs. You know, my second job closed down last year. Then my first job, you know, they're cutting so many people, so you know, it's just extra work for me. Even though the pay is definitely, I feel a lot better. But yeah, I feel right now me working one job felt more exhausted. The way they cut people, the way they make you do extra work, you know, they're trying to cut expense. Working one job now actually feels more exhausted now. You know, back then per shift we would have 2 to 3, you know, extra person. Right now just one. Definitely makes a huge difference, you know, expense wise when you're tip wise. Yeah, but you know, the only reason I stay in that job because they offer a good 401k and they pay for my insurance. 5%. Give me insurance. It's a day job, you know. I don't have to really use any brain power to work there. Just cruise. You know, I have option to either work a second job or, you know, just chill at night, just drive. Or hang out with family, hang out with my dog. It's a pretty good life, I think. Pretty solid. Like he's dozing off. Look at that. Just stay away from it. Left lane dozing off. Oh damn. At night it's kind of like meditation. You guys should try it. Just calms my mind. Shit, what's going on now? Can't get on the 60. So many constructions nowadays. It's like making a big mess. From where I'm from, we had the railroad construction that has been going on for probably 10 years and they still couldn't finish it. It's just a joke. 10 years and you cannot finish a project. And then we the people that live in the city have to suffer for it. Like the car has less burble today. challenging for me, to be honest. You know, I would blame myself for not being able to take care of my family, you know, my dogs. So you know, that's what got me to work hard, just for your family, for your passion. Honestly, I'm always curious how they felt, even though I paid them to foster my dog, you know, but I'm visiting pretty often, so you know, I hope they don't mind, you know, me showing up that often. Every time I come, you know, my dog would be so happy to see me, and then we would go for this like hour-long walks, sometimes 2 hours, just so I can spend more time with her. You know, she means everything to me. And you know, I always cannot forgive myself for putting myself in that situation back then. You know, I was spending money left and right. I was trying to impress people that didn't care. I was in like 2018 I was in like $20,000 to $30,000 in credit card debt. And yeah, credit card debt is like the worst thing in the world, man. It feels like you cannot live. So you know, over this past few years, finally got my life back a little bit better. Oh damn, it is very hot. I'm sweating like hell. Probably make a separate video about how I got out of my, you know, financial mess, all that stuff, and how I got my life back together and to be able to get my dream car and all that. Person that fostered my dog, they're a nice family, you know. They're from Egypt. I've never been to Egypt, but I would love to go. I've heard so many good things about it, and Egyptian people are nice. This would be the route I take after our walk back home. You know, remember, I would actually be crying driving back, blaming myself. Why you put yourself in this kind of situation? You can't even take care of your dog, you know, your family. It just hits you hard, you know. But then again, I think those drive back after my walk with my dog, you know, made me a stronger person inside. You know, it tells me that no matter what, I gotta work. And I'm not saying I made it already, you know. I'm not rich by any means, but at least right now I have pretty much no credit card debt. You know, my family's with me. My family's good. My dog Coco is good. I have my dream car. I also have a daily. Was working 2 jobs, now just 1, but you know, grateful. I had this screenshot of my bank account. I think it's from 2018 or 2019. I forgot, but I had that screenshot. I would always look at it every now and then to remind me how much of a low point I was in. Because the screenshot, it has like it's my Chase account, but then the balance is negative. So I was not only 0 net worth, I'm negative net worth with $20,000 to $30,000 in credit card debt. How I even got out of this mess, you know, even today I'm scared to think about it. You know, that's how scary it is. But you know, I'm just thankful that I kind of got out of it. Everything's so much better now. You know, I experienced I think the lowest point of my life already. So anything else that comes at me right now, you know, I feel like I can take it because I've already experienced the worst. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna do a video one day about how I got out of that. You know, about debts. You know, please do not get on bad debts. Do not try to spend money to impress others that didn't care about you. Do not eat out all the time. You know, I pretty much just eat at home now. Yeah, just in general, you know, it's okay to spend money, but don't spend money like everywhere. I don't really spend money on clothes, food, besides, you know, what I need to survive. And then my dog, and then just you know, taking care of the family. Everything else pretty much just goes to, you know, the car. And I still have leftover money to be able to save for my retirement and IRA. So, you know, I think it's the smart way. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna do a video about that. You know, I'll show you guys the screenshot, my motivation. You know, I think I'm gonna print it and frame it one day. You know, it was negative net worth, not 0. I think I'll go into detail, much more detail in that video, I guess. But you know, I was trying to do some kind of balance transfer thing on Chase and between Chase and American Express, I guess. And I guess I did like a step wrong, and then, you know, Chase took all the money in my bank account away. which is not even a lot to begin with, but you know, just wake up that morning, I look at the bank account, it says negative balance. I couldn't pay for my rent that was about to be due, so I had to drive to my aunt's place and ask her for money because, you know, I couldn't pay rent. I was living paycheck to paycheck, so the next paycheck that came in after that negative balance, you know, it kind of brings it back to almost zero. So I had to borrow money. Yeah, but I'll go into more detail next time. I'll show you guys the screenshot. Yeah, man, those are scary times, man. Sometimes I would love to, you know, kind of reflect on how I got out of that. It still feels scary. Feels like you're carrying like 300, 500 pounds of like rocks on your body, and you're walking, you know, just working. It just doesn't get off you. After paying all those credit card debt, I feel like I was reborn, you know, like my second life just started. Nice road here. Everything's marked so well, all lit up. This is what's good about OC. They definitely maintain their roads better. Right here. Spontaneous thing, you know, or things that are unexpected. Discover like a new place to drive. I think this freeway is so much better. Definitely improved the roads here. I don't remember it being this nice before. scary.